Hello everyone, my name is Emmanuelle Soisnard and I have lived in England for 25 years. I come from France and England to me is very, very special. Even the NHS is very special to me. I'm someone who's been very, very healthy all my life, yet just under 2 years ago I was told that I had stage 4 lung cancer. And as soon as you are diagnosed with a stage 4, it automatically means that you are a palliative patient. And hearing the word palliative to me was like a huge smack in the face, because palliative is a word that's hardly used. It's a bit of a taboo word. And if you ask someone, what do you think of the word palliative? They'll say, oh, it's the end of life. So initially when I heard that word, it smacked my face. And I thought, okay, basically, they're going to give me a few treatments, but I've got what, 2 months left, 3 months left? So instead of focusing on living whilst I was still feeling fine, I made the wrong decision and I focused on dying, because to me, palliative was dying. Until I realized quite a long time later on that actually palliative is not about dying, it's also about management of your pain, management of your symptoms, getting complementary therapies, getting emotional support as a patient and also for their family. But it took me so long for me to get to grips with this word, and I feel I've wasted a good year of my life focusing on dying because I just thought palliative was dying, but it wasn't. A few weeks ago I had to be admitted because I was told that my cancer, lung cancer, by the way, I've never smoked in my life, of course, never even had a puff, had spread to my brain. And at that time, I had to make a decision to either have whole brain radiotherapy, which would be very painful and would only extend my life by maybe a couple of weeks or a couple of months, or to decline treatment. So I met with this lovely lady called Karen at the hospital who works for the palliative team, and I decided to have a chat with her to talk about death, to talk about my options. And I said, in agreement with her, I said, I do not want to go for treatment, and I would like you to write it on the form. If I get COVID, I do not want to be resuscitated. I am done with life. I want to live with dignity. And dignity is the word that defines St. Michael's Hospice. If I had to think of one word, it's dignity. If I had to think of other words, humanity, compassion, care, happiness. It's a place of happiness. I never ever thought that I would laugh or I would tolerate other people laughing, but actually it's such a happy place that laughing has its place at St. Michael's Hospice. With COVID, I was very worried that the funding for St. Michael's Hospice would suffer, because I know what a great job they do. That really bothered me, that all that money raised was lost at the moment. So my partner did a Just Giving page, and we are trying to pay back what you are giving me. What I have gained from being here is unbelievable. Initially I was very scared of dying. I wasn't so much scared of leaving the world, it was more that the moment of dying really scared me. And I had to think about my son, my mum, the impact on all these people. But actually, you see so many members of staff, some are nurses, some are HCAs, some are consultants. They all got their role to play, they all play their part, and they're all as important as each other. But they all bring you something. For example, I know that I want to be cremated, and this lovely lady said, oh, my brother got cremated a few years ago, and out of his ashes I got a ring made out of it. And that lifted me, because I thought, brilliant, I can have a ring made out of my ashes for my partner, which means when he moves on in his life, I'll be with him forever. On holiday, I'll be traveling with him. If I had not had that conversation, I would have never known about it. Then another lady, we talked about funeral directors, something I'd never thought of. And she said there's this lovely company that treat the dead as if they were alive. So what they do, every night when they leave the music on, and they put the lights on so that the people don't feel lonely. And to me, it meant a lot. To some of you, you might think that's a bit crazy, but to me, it's just about continuing being treated as if you were a dignified person who had life. And then things such as, if you have a pet, they can come and see you. If you want to have your teeth brushed after you've passed away with wine, it can be your decision. I have opted for toothpaste, I have to say. Don't want to have winey teeth, but basically your wishes here are totally listened to, and they make sure that everything is done for you. During the time of COVID, I was not allowed any visits and it was quite lonely, but I didn't need to worry because the members of staff are so generous with their time that they never spend less than half an hour with you. I've had some lovely HCAs who have spent hours with me. Last night, for example, she knew I was tired. She said, right, I'm going to give you a really hot shower. And I felt like I was a baby and it felt loved. And then she said, and I'm going to shave your legs because it's your birthday, and I'm going to do your nails. And I felt like I was at a spa. I compare this place, if you remove the hospital bed, it feels like I'm at a spa. I am treated like royalty. I am fed like a queen. I am loved. The outpour of love is unbelievable. And therefore, spending all this time here has changed my anxiety levels. I was very anxious about dying, about leaving the world. But all these conversations, all this outpour of love has now made me so serene. You might find it difficult to believe, but I am very, very serene. Of course, I would like to live longer, but I know I have no choice in this matter, and I will die within days or weeks, we're not too sure. But what they've done for me is they've supported me and they've empowered me in understanding what will happen to me and in making the right decisions for me and my family. The compassion, the dedication and the dignity is second to none. I have never seen anything like it. So some people say to me, are you scared of dying? I am sad I am dying. I am sad to leave my son, who's autistic, who's only 20. I'm crying a little bit because it breaks my heart. But I am actually quite looking forward to dying, because living with a stage 4 cancer for me mentally was a very, very difficult thing to live with, and it gave me a lot of depression. But knowing now what will happen to me, I've even had the support from Dominic, the lovely chaplain. I am not a religious person, but we just have these beautiful conversations. I asked him to find poems for me that represent me, and he's done that. I've told him the music I wanted to die on. It has to be Chris Martin, it has to be Coldplay, it's got to be happy, and one music has to be live from Paris. It has to be from Paris. It can't be from any other place in the world. And all this has been taken care of. Everything is written somewhere. That means I can now go peacefully and take all the love that I am given. So I can honestly say, thanks to the hospice, the fantastic care, I can say I am no longer scared, and I'm ready for my next journey. And my wish, or my wishes are that if I am given another life, I don't particularly want another life because my life was too hard, but if I have to have another life, I've got 3 wishes. Wish number 1, I would resign from teaching and I would work for St. Michael's Hospice, because I know I would have been a very good member of staff here. Wish number 2, if I can't be granted St. Michael's Hospice, I would like to come back as a puppy, in a very fluffy cockapoodle type of dog with lots of tennis balls and lots of love. If this wish can't be granted, then I would like to come back as a Canadian goose, and my departure will be me leaving for a warmer climate. This is what I'm aiming for. Thank you very much for your time, and whoever I have taught who sees this video, I have loved you, every single one of you. Even if you were naughty, I have loved all of you. Thank you for your time. Goodbye.